Make a YouTube video about Christmas with the Kranks.
Oh my God. Babe, I just had the worst nightmare. It was Tim Allen. He was there. He was in the dream. He was chasing me and he was making those sounds. You know those sounds that he makes? God, the ooh, oh, ooh, those sounds, he was making them and he wouldn't stop. He was chasing me. And at the end he told me to watch it. He told me to make a video about his crazy Christmas movie. Not the Santa Claus one. That one is pretty crazy though, but the Christmas with the Kranks. He wanted me to make a video about it. Is this a sign? Do I need to make a video now? What do you think, babe? Babe? Oh yeah, I'm single and alone. I guess I'm going to go do that video now. So, just ignore my loneliness and sadness and let's get to the video. Oh yeah, one more thing. This is not the video where I talk about my favorite Christmas movie. I just want that to be clear. Christmas with the Kranks is definitely not my favorite Christmas movie. This movie is insane, and I just wanted to talk about how insane it was, because I watched it recently, and oh my God, you guys are about to see what I see when I watch this movie. So please enjoy the video. I gotta go make it.
Christmas with the Kranks came out in the year of our Lord, 2004. And when it came out, a lot of people did not like it. But I don't want to talk about how bad it is. I want to talk about how this is the most insane Christmas movie to ever exist. So let's just get into it. So the movie opens with Nora and Luther Krank taking their daughter Blair to the airport so she can get to the Peace Corps. Now the first thing that I noticed while watching this is that Blair is super hot. She's making me want to come home for Christmas. Oh shit, I can't put that in there. That's bad. Oh, also this is produced by Chris Columbus. Listen, Chris, you have two options. Either make movies or steal people's countries. You can't have both, asshole. So the movie starts to get really weird here. See, Luther and Nora go to the store so they can get white chocolate. And Luther gets really wet and not in a sexual way. Now, why is this scene here? I don't know. Truly couldn't tell you. It means nothing to the story. Literally, all they do in this conversation is bicker like an old married couple, which is what they are, and it's realistic, but it's boring, and it means nothing to the rest of the story. Already, this movie is boring as fuck, but don't worry, because it gets insane. Basically, after this, Luther realizes that he could go on a getaway vacation with his wife to the Caribbean, and basically skip Christmas. Luther then goes to see how much it would cost to go on the vacation, and honestly, I kind of like this scene. Look at the editing here. It's kind of cool. He realizes that he could save so much money if they just skipped Christmas. And when he tells Nora, she gets horny. Oh my God, Jamie Lee, please stop. You're like older than my mom. She kind of bad though. Luther doesn't have sex with his wife and reveals that they could save up to $3,000 if they just skipped Christmas. And then Nora refuses to go because she wants them to donate the other $3,000, or at least some of that $3,000, to the church and other donations, which is actually cool, but it means nothing. You think this is the conflict, but it's not. It's resolved in like a second. It's resolved in one conversation. So the conflict between that is immediately resolved, and then they have sex. For real, I'm not joking, they actually do. Luther then goes to his office and sends a letter to everyone telling them to fuck off about Christmas because he's skipping it. Yep, that's right, this man is a total asshole. The city that the Kranks live in basically start to lose their minds that the Kranks would even think about skipping Christmas or going on vacation at Christmas. And this is where the movie starts to get really, really insane. You see, the neighborhood that the Kranks live in turns out to be a cult. It's kind of a cult. Now, of course, it's not really a cult. It's never said in the movie, but it kind of feels like it. And I'll show you why. So basically, some people from the neighborhood go up to give Luther a tree, and Luther refuses to get the tree because he's an asshole, duh. The neighborhood loses their minds, especially the cult leader, Vic Frohmeyer. This man is terrifying. Look at that devilish stare. This man is going to kill someone by the end of this movie, I swear. Literally, the Kranks are so scared of him that they hide in their house so they don't see him. You see what I'm getting at here? Also, him and Luther have this conversation afterwards where he basically, shows off his cult leader traits. He shows the traits of like passive aggressiveness towards Luther, a man trying to escape, maybe? He appears to be a good guy, but I swear to you, this man is the villain. Vic Frohmeyer is the real villain of this story. He tells them that they need to decorate their house or else. This man is crazy. Like, what if the Kranks were Jewish? What would happen then? Would he force them to decorate their house with Christmas decorations? So as you can see now, the movie has basically completely lost its mind. After this, I swear, Tim Allen hisses at a cat. So Luther goes to work and Nora is left home to deal with Vic and the rest of the neighborhood. Literally, they bike up to her house and demand they put up their Frosty on their house. And it's kind of scary. Luther refuses to put up the Frosty, and I kind of get it. No one should be able to tell you what to put on your house or how to decorate your house. That shouldn't be a thing. Not even Vic Frohmeyer. The scariest man alive. Nora tries to leave, and I swear this might be the most insane scene of all time. Everyone in the neighborhood chases her car down, and Vic nearly grabs this woman's soul. Look at this shit. It is actually scary. This story is whack. I swear to you. After this intense scene, we then go to the silly little scene where the Kranks go and get tans for their cruise. And oh my god, why is Nora so stacked? Well, like Luther said at the beginning,
couldn't get any wetter.
Then the priest shows up and sees Nora's big boobas and stares right at him. Excuse me, sir. I think that might be a sin. Apparently the city decides to get even crazier by putting the Kranks on the front page for skipping Christmas. I need to mention this again. All they are doing is going on vacation. They're not kidnapping a child. They're not stealing anything. They're literally just going on vacation for their Christmas. Like, my point is right now at this very point of the movie, it doesn't really feel like a Christmas movie. It's just so mean-spirited and it's really weird and goofy, and I've said this 1,000 times, but it gets weirder. So guess what? The movie's not goofy anymore because this old lady at the beginning of the story is now diagnosed with a terrible disease and it is not looking good. It is so weird to put this in here because the movie is really, really, really goofy and really silly. And you try to force emotion like this into the movie and it doesn't work. Yes, it's obviously a sad situation, but you're changing the tone of what you already set your movie as. You set it as goofy at the beginning, and now during the middle, you're like, oh, we need to add some emotion. That doesn't work. You have to actually add emotion throughout there has to be an emotional center to the whole story, and there's just not. You can't force emotion in a movie. It doesn't work. After this incredibly sad scene, Luther decides to make fun of some police officers. Then after Luther refuses to get the police calendar, the neighborhood tries to get carolers to attack the Kranks. And like, once the carolers come to their house, I swear, Luther treats this as if he is back in Nam. Look at this man. He is having PTSD. Please stop singing. Oh dear God, Vic is singing. Look how into it he's getting. This is terrifying. Look at this man. Jesus, they're coming through the windows. Hide, Nora. Honestly, at this point, the movie is so mean-spirited and goofy that it's actually kind of hard to watch. Because now we get this montage of Luther being an asshole and causing actual harm to people. My man literally froze a cat. See, they're trying to make Luther the bad guy in this movie, and he's not. He's just a guy who wanted to go on vacation with his wife during Christmas. The only reason he's a bad person is because he's just a bad person, not because he wants to go on vacation and skip Christmas. That doesn't make someone a bad person. Anyways, Blair calls Nora and Luther and tells them that she is now engaged and is coming home for Christmas. Oh no! Oh no! Blair's coming home for Christmas. Now Luther can't go on vacation and they have to have a big Christmas Eve party for her. What are they gonna do? Yeah, so anyways, the Kranks do some preparing for the party. Nora gets a ham. She almost gets run over by a transport truck, which is the least insane thing to happen in this movie. Luther pays $75 for a tree that he throws away anyways. He then comes up with an idea to take a neighborhood boy. Wait a second, is that Dewey? Anyways, they go on to steal this guy's tree from one of their neighbors. Nora goes to the liquor store and gets some booze for the party, and she meets an old man who definitely isn't Santa, by the way. He's not Santa, guys. Now, the movie continues to get insane as Luther goes up to put his Frosty on the roof of their house. And then he falls off and he dies. Afterwards, though, the neighborhood comes together and they try to make this amazing party for Blair because they all really care about her. Anyway, so they try to come together and make the perfect Christmas party for Blair when she comes home. Also, I mean, if you don't think Vic is a weirdo, look at this speech he gives.
Blair, who used to babysit all your kids. Blair, who comes home every summer and makes us all feel like family.
Yes, that's right.
Why should the daughter pay for the sins of the father?
Honestly, this is where the movie starts to actually feel like a Christmas movie. The cult comes together and they make an amazing party to celebrate Blair, and it begins to snow, and I gotta say, this is nice to see. I actually like this part of the movie a lot. Luther decides to be a good person. He gives the tickets that he was supposed to go on the vacation with his wife to the old man and the sick lady across the road, and it's a nice moment. I really like that. Oh yeah, and then that old man at the liquor store, yeah, he flies away because he's Santa. He's Santa. How did I not realize that? Oh man. Now, why did I want to talk about this movie, you're probably wondering? Well, the big reason is that it is just kind of insane. It tries to be goofy and silly, and then it tries to be serious, and then it tries to be goofy again, and it doesn't work. But in some miracle, the final act kind of feels like a Christmas movie. And that might be the real big feat of this movie. If the final act was the whole movie, honestly, I'd probably like it. But it's not. And this movie ends up being really weird, insane. It's about a neighborhood cult, kind of. It's very mean-spirited. Vic Frohmeyer is a villain. Scary man. Don't let this man in your house, people. And that's the real reason I want to share this movie with you. Because it is so insane. And I wanted to validate my insanity from this movie. I think I wanted to validate myself. I think I wanted to be like, I hope I'm not the only one who thinks this movie is insane. Really. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the video. This obviously is not my favorite Christmas movie. That video is going to be coming out probably December 24th or 25th, depending on how fast I can get that done. But this is not my favorite Christmas movie. But I do like the insanity of it. It kind of helps me like it more. So yeah, I enjoy watching it because it's so insane that it's kind of funny. We're on our way to get 200 subs by Christmas. So if we can hit that goal, guys, that would be tight. That would be tight. Like I said, this video is probably going to come out before Christmas, like a week before. And then we're going to have the real Christmas special either on Christmas or Christmas Eve. Whatever you guys want. Maybe I'll put up a poll on Twitter. Who knows? But anyways, I really do hope everyone has an amazing Christmas and a happy holidays. And I just want to tell you to remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay sexy, guys. Okay, bye!